Welcome to Camp Randall Stadium, where these fans have been getting prepared to cheer on a whole pack of Badgers since early in the morning. A Big Ten showdown is coming. Conference implications aplenty that could resonate for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Maryland Terrapins taking on the 15th-ranked team in the land, the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Badgers will put toe to leather to crank us up. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Maryland's offense takes the field for the first time today. And here's the man they'll try to feed the football to no matter what the coverage looks like, Jesse.
He's their best player on offense, and I like the way this coaching staff moves him around and tries to create good matchups to take advantage of, David.
And that makes it so hard to defend. When a receiver lines up in the same spot every time, I can bring extra coverage. Man, use this guy all over the field as a weapon of mass destruction.
Makes the grab on the left. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Defense couldn't quite hold its water, and it'll be 5 free yards for the O's. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quickly to the tight end. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. He's going to pass. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Offense gets set for second down. He wants to throw it again. This time on target. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Third and short now from their own 48. From the gun. Wants to pass. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's fourth down. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. So Wisconsin's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
On the move. And the Badgers get enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground. He's got it again. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. On second down, they'll take to the air. Gets it out fast. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. The defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. Trying to get to it. He felt the heat, trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or two.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
The Badgers will punt this one away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
This offense really needs to get something going. Punt on the opening drive, and now a 3rd and 10 coming up. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Well, quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time, and it makes you wonder as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch point?
The Terrapins will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Looking for a block, it's Thompson. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quick strike complete. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. And the Badgers are in the red zone. Leaves it with the running back. Nice move to keep moving. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Reads it, fires complete. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Going up top on first down. Fires to the end zone. It's complete. And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short. He'll pull it on the read. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense going all in to stop the run. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. After getting nothing on the last play, will they try to run it in from the 2 on third down? And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. The distance is no problem, but this angle from the left can test you. It's good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
defense had them backed up, and then they're in the neutral zone, and the offense will say thank you very much. Grabbed behind the line, it's Harris. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And the runner is down, and so is the flag. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. And the Terrapins line up to punt it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Here comes the offense on first down. From the shotgun, the inside give. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. The Badgers will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They've had to punt the last couple of times they've had it, David. Now trying to he puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Fires and picked off. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
And that's the advantage right there of having your dime personnel on the field. You've got an extra DB. You've got an extra guy out there who's really good at covering. So for quarterbacks, you've got to be so good and precise with these passes because they've got speed in the back end. They're able to come away with the pick.
So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. Unloads quickly.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. The encroachment penalty on the D gives the offense a free 5 yards. He's looking to throw it. The quick out. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. 2nd down coming up. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The marker is at the 35, and they need to get it there to convert 3rd down. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. Defense a little too eager. That's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. They'll try to get the first through the air. Fires to the tight end. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Stevens. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. And the Badgers have pushed it inside the 20. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. From the gun, the ground game. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. And it's picked off right at the goal line. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
Well, that's the danger about being in a 3rd and long situation. You've got to push the football downfield, and the defense is expecting it. So they've got guys in the back end with their eyes on the QB. They're able to make the interception. This offense is going to have to do a better job generating better plays early in drives moving forward.
Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it's certainly...
A full dive to haul that one in. The Terrapins moving quickly to the line.
Oh, that is a sensational individual effort. Did you see how he dove and completely stretched out? The fact that he was able to reel that in is just unbelievable. I don't even think the head coach or quarterback can believe he was able to make that dive and catch.
Long incompletions are okay. We got to take shots. You got to make big plays in college football. I love that you're taking shots. Keep taking them. Some of those are going to come home. Some of them aren't. But when they come home, they equal big-time points.
And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Handoff from the gun. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Lets it fly deep downfield. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. For this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. Trying to find his man on 1st down. He finds his man. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception. After the misfire, now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Stevens. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And how about this? They're going to send the kicker out there to try to put a thunderfoot into one. Somebody better check that dude's foot and see if it's juiced. Man, oh man, from outside 60, he sails it through. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Oh, he wants it all. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Touchdown, Maryland! Reeled it in and just made the house call.
really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
On to attempt the try. And they move on top with the extra point, 7-6. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, Floyd of Rosedale has an owner as we've gone final between Minnesota and Iowa. Iowa steamrolled its way to victory today. They scored off turnovers, they scored on gadget plays, an all-around masterpiece that'll give the folks in Iowa City a ton of confidence. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Got him downfield. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a terrific atmosphere there in Madison. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Camp Randall.
And the Terrapins will kick it off to start the second half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Really nice job by this sophomore quarterback to pick up the first down with the run. The Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gives it to the back on the draw. Still on his feet at the 45. Open runway ahead. Running free, going to the end zone, but way back behind him, there's a flag on the field. That celebration turned sour quickly after they saw that flag, and it wiped out the big play and the touchdown. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. Pulled down for the tackle. And here comes the offense on second down. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. First and 10 for the offense. Out of the gun, the inside give. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. They move the chains on the ground. Now another first down. They're getting this guy lathered up. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense. We got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
So the offense accepts the penalty, and they'll get a little farther away from their own end zone. Let's it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Badgers! And that one will give them the lead.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when they're throwing into the because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
He wants to throw it. Pocket starts to collapse. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back, almost intercepted. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on second down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. They're bringing heat. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
Yeah, and the defensive line, you know, third and long situations, I'm rushing the quarterback. You bring in the nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack on third down.
The Terrapins will punt it away on fourth down. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Slips through the line. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. It's caught. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. And the Badgers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. Running back searching for a hole. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this third and long. They've got the screen set up. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Badgers are flying down the field. Pulls it and fires to the left. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll go to the ground. Forges ahead for 1 to the 8-yard line. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They'll try to get it through the air. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
Receivers do this every day, all day. Throw it up. I will go get it. I will stay in bounds. Nice job knowing where he was at on the field to get that foot in bounds, to get the big touchdown for this offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And after the extra point, they're on top by 12. So that drive didn't have to cover a lot of ground, going 47 yards. And they finished things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
And the Terrapins come to the line in the hurry-up. He wants to throw. Getting some heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. And he just got the on-Wisconsin call and went on into the backfield to pick up the sack.
Yeah, jumping around on quarterbacks in the backfield. Really good job getting upfield, playing aggressive, playing like their hair's on fire. Wisconsin linebackers do that year after year.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. And you've already set your punter out 4 times. At least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Another incompletion on 3rd down. The Terrapins send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. On the return, it's Thompson. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. It'll be a draw. And a good solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. He's piled up 82 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down. Offense in a split backfield. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the 1st down. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the 1st down. Now from the 48-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Oh, not able to hold his water, and the offense will have it stepped off against them.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense getting set for 1st down. The snap sets up to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. From the gun, the running back has it. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Feeling some heat. Got his man. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Wide open downfield. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the 4th quarter with the big lead, he's still taking shots.
They use those back-to-back explosives to set them up first and goal. Now on the move. And he'll be smacked to the ground. How about this methodical, soul-crushing drive? They've already drained more than 3 minutes off the clock as they snap it on second down. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Badger! That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Lining up to add another. And no problem on the extra point as they push the lead to 19 here in the fourth. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Troy is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. They're trailing by 10 to ULM. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. This time he's got it. Showing off that weight room work as he gets across the 20 and up to the 22. They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. They're working that left side. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They're going to throw it again. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And this sophomore's going to learn you can't force that type of pass. Very lucky to get it back. On third down, going up top. Throws to the wideout. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go. He lost it high and deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 30. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The play-action fake. He'll take a shot. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. Takes a snap, wants to throw. He's got it on the move. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Third and goal from way back there. From the gun, wants to pass. And he's got it! Touchdown, Terrapins!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. The give, and tick, 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 tick. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They go to the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Got his man downfield. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line. This time they'll go to the running game. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Give him 105 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Now on 3rd down for this offense. They'll try the run. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Quarterback's just going to take a knee. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.